Hi, welcome to Neppy Invest. So, a bad news day for Mesoblast shareholders. I am one of those shareholders, as the Mesoblast share price has taken a blast, unfortunately. So, why has that happened? So, I'm just going to get into a very quick video here discussing why it's happened. The Mesoblast share price has taken a bit of a hit. So, I'm recording this just after 10 o'clock. Mesoblast share price has probably just opened, if not or just about to open, if not already opened, and more than likely it's down about 40%, I'd guess, right now. So I just took this screen grab of the Mesoblast indicative price about 20 to 30 minutes before opening. So it's showing it's going to be down 25%. No doubt there's going to be a lot of selling into the open and maybe 10 to 20 minutes after opening. So $3.80. Wouldn't surprise me to see the share price perhaps for a short period of time get below $3, which would lead to some opportunity, because even though the shareholders, a lot of shareholders and some of the market will be thinking this is negative news, really bad news, it's not as bad as the market is thinking, or shareholders are thinking, or some of the shareholders, I should say. So what's happened is, so Mesoblast was hoping for some FDA approval of the drug Ryoncil or Remestemcel, which is a drug for AGVHD. So unfortunately, they didn't get the approval the market or Mesoblast were hoping for. The FDA didn't not approve it. All they said was they want Mesoblast to provide further evidence of the effectiveness of the drug. So for me, that's not, they're not, it's sort of, there's sort of no news right there. So it's not approval, it's not, negative, completely negative anyway. So this still could get approved in the future. It's not guaranteed it will, but it's not guaranteed it won't. So I was fairly bullish that this would get approved, just because it was recommended to be approved. But the FDA just does their own thing really sometimes, and sometimes their decisions just don't make sense. And I think this is a case where the sense isn't quite there, because this drug is pretty much needed for children in its life-threatening conditions, which there's no real good treatment for it at the moment. So quite a bizarre decision in my books, but they probably have their reasons. So what to do? So there's going to be some initial panic selling. You always see this in these sort of announcements. There's this initial panic selling. You never sell out at that point, because usually the low is a few minutes after opening, where the most negative shareholders are selling out. They just sell out no matter what. They don't care what they sell out. You usually see the low at that price. And I'll get into an example with dimerics, where the low was quite a bit, really low, and then it bounced back quite quickly. Mesoblast might do that today, might rebound quite quickly. If you do want to sell out, you're going to have opportunities in the next few days. You might even sell out at a much higher price than the open today. So be patient. That's all I've got to say. Even if you want to sell out, be patient. Patience is the best virtue to have when you're an investor. And being impatient is probably the worst thing you can have. So, and for those who don't think this is quite as negative, you still want to hold, maybe even thinking of buying in, you just wanted to see, this can lead to some opportunities to buy in at a cheaper price. So let's get into this dimerics example. So I actually did a video on this a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. There's some bad news with dimerics, and the share price dropped 63% on the 14th of September. So it went down to a low of 17.5 cents. It then sort of, went down a little bit more, went down to as low as 23.5 cents by the 17th of September, then started going up and waffling around. But then from the 25th of September, it just started rising. And in fact, it rose 50% in one day on high volume. So it went up to as high as 39 cents on the 30th of September, and has pulled back a little bit to low 30s. So any shareholder of dimerics would have been a fool to sell out at the low or near the low or on open on that day, and that 70.5 cents was near the open on that day. It's just shareholders you're just giving up, and that's what you call capitulation. In this sort of situation, capitulation happens at open, almost right at open. Worst time to sell. If you just waited a few days to sell, maybe you were still negative, just be patient. You could have sold at 1 and a bit, two and a bit times 17.5 cents. So be patient, even if you want to sell out. That's my advice right now. Although, even though I'm giving you advice, I'm not a professional advisor, so don't take my advice literally. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope stay safe if you're a Mesoblast share price or shareholder, and good luck for the future. And hopefully, maybe a few years, if you just be patient, hold on, Mesoblast share price might be considerably higher than it is now. So there is that potential. So I'm saying Mesoblast is in my long-term hold portfolio. I more than likely will not sell Mesoblast for many, many years unless the story completely changes. The story hasn't completely changed here, but I'll be still holding for a while yet, I think. So have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.